Holla at your boy. We on Gems in the Rock. We at the Legends game. As you see, we got Tony Boler's legend function right now. We got some legends coming out here just to make their way. And we definitely want to pay homage to those who've been out here in this community from the east to the west side. And I want to introduce somebody to you who's part of that movement. Give him who you are.
My name is Mitchum. I played for Jefferson High School and I played for Monroe Community College with Todd Echols, Mike Barkley. I had a scoring record out there. I believe it's 33 points in 13 minutes. I played with Glen Hagen. He was my assistant coach while I was there.
Glen Hagen.
Hagen.
We had him on Gems in the Rock. So Glen, was he really that much of a trash talker back then?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Glenn was a trash talker, but he backed it up.
Right.
And he instilled those abilities to back things up in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you saw him go to the next level, what was it like just, experiencing his journey?
Well, when Glenn went up, I really didn't know him then.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really meet him until, he came into the neighborhood, and then he became my coach at Monroe Community College.
Gotcha.
And he taught me some techniques and skills that I still have today.
Right. Yeah. So after high school, you did college, MCC. Was there another journey after MCC?
Yes. After Monroe Community College, I eventually left the school, and I moved to Albany, New York, probably a few years after that. I moved to Albany, New York, and I went back to college.
Right.
I got my associate's degree, and I got my bachelor's and my master's in social work. Mm-hmm. So I'm a clinical social worker. I'm a therapist. I'm a mental health therapist now.
Awesome.
I've been doing that now for like 20 years, and I work at the VA hospital in Albany, New York.
Yeah.
I'm a mental health therapist there as well. So God has been good to me.
Speaking about mental awareness, we have a lot of players in the game who lost a lot of money due to not, dealing with mental health and, trying to develop. What's your take on that when you see people that really can't balance those two? Because there's a lot of pressure just being an athlete in general. So, what's your take on mental awareness when it comes to athletes?
Well, one of the biggest problems is the way it's perceived and the way it's projected to athletes.
Right.
It was a taboo to have a problem with your thinking or have any kind of depression or anxiety. It was given a bad name.
Yeah.
And your brain is just like any other part of your body.
Right.
It needs attention. It needs to be treated just like a leg. If the leg is broken, if your brain is hurt,
right.
you got to treat your brain. And we've especially in our community, we've given it a bad name.
Yeah.
When really it's called taking care of yourself.
Right. And it's a bad stigma that black men don't feel as if they need therapy. What's your answer to that?
Well, that stigma has plagued black men because it was frowned upon and we were looked upon as weak. Mm-hmm. But it actually is a sign of strength when you recognize a weakness and you do something about it.
Yeah.
So it needs to be packaged as self-awareness, and it needs to be packaged as something to take care of when you know it's a problem because it's really holding you back.
Yeah.
When nobody's watching, you're crying in the middle of the night.
Right.
You're withdrawing to those corners of your world and dealing with it on your own when you shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have to. There's so much help out here for African American men now. Mm-hmm. And I think the stigma is being changed.
Right.
I think it's being changed now because so many professional athletes are getting help.
Yeah.
And they're putting the right perspective on it.
Yeah.
So
we definitely need that highlighted, I believe, in our communities as well. I mean, there are people who feel as if they can't afford it. If people can't afford therapy, what other techniques that people can utilize? I mean, I do a lot of therapy myself just to try to clear my mind and so forth, just to get sanity mode. What's your gift to those who can't afford therapy?
Well, you can speak to I don't know if you have family members or if you have any kind of professional people in your life who may have access to mental health services, who can probably find you some free mental health services in the community. But if you don't have that, the best thing to do is try to change your perspective of everything that happened to you.
Yeah.
The Bible says, count it all joy when you face various trials and tribulations for its work of patience. Right? And a lot of times we put the wrong perception on our experiences in life.
Yeah.
if we put the right perspective on things, everything that happened to us coming to strengthen us. It's coming to build us. It's
Right,
coming to
right.
make us better. It may not feel like that, but changing your perspective when you have no money to get help helps out a great deal. And just look what you can gain out of the experience that you have.
Right, right.
What can you gain out of this experience?
Yeah.
And you can always gain something.
That's what's up.
Make you stronger.
Make you stronger. What was your go-to move as a player? I know you was a point guard.
I was a shooter,
Okay.
catch and shoot.
Catch and shoot.
And Glen them gave me the green light. So, and the way I used to train all straight ends, all bank shots, and all layups.
The bank shots is like from the glass, basically,
Yeah.
mid-range.
Yeah, I used to play head up with a friend of mine. We used to train all bank shots, all straight ends, and all layups. So that way, anywhere I'm at on the court, I know I can put it in the cup. So,
Right.
so that's the way I trained in practice with Glenn at MCC. We trained hard, and there was no nonsense.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I see today, people pass up shots. Back in our day, if you caught it and you had a step on a man,
Right.
lay it up.
Lay it up. Blow by him.
Blow by him, put it up.
Yeah.
If I catch it and you 2 seconds on the side of me, it's too late.
Right, right.
I done shot it. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
What's up? Yeah.
So we were taught differently. The goal is to put it in the cup, not to do extra stuff.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of extra moves
For no reason.
for no reason.
For no reason.
Put it in the cup. Get down court. Come back and put it in the cup again.
I appreciate your time on Gems in the Rock, man. Before we sign off, any gems that you want to give to the next generation of players?
Be true to yourself and make sure that whoever is coaching you, that you pay attention, listen, and execute. Pay attention, listen, and execute. Don't add anything. Do exactly what they're telling you to do, and you'll figure out why. You'll know why later.
Right, right. You watching Gems in the Rock? Salute to the peoples out here. You feel me? We got a legend right here, and it's definitely good to see you come about back home and bring those gems out to Rochester, New York. Salute. Peace.
Peace. Thank you, guys.